Welcome to the New You Challenge Superfoods webinar. So today we're going to talk about the different superfoods that you can include in your diet on a daily basis. I want to break down for you what superfoods are and what they can do for you in terms of nutrient content and availability. So the first thing that I really want to talk to you about is defining what a superfood is. So basically, with a superfood, what you're getting is a nutrient-dense food that naturally has numerous different beneficial components to it. So it's sort of like getting the most bang for your buck out of a food. Okay, so it's considered to be one of the best ways to incorporate many different vitamins, minerals, nutrients, healthy fats all in one food in order to maximize what you're getting out of your meal. Okay, so you want to make sure that you try to include these foods into your diet. And we're going to go into the top 5 high nutrient, very beneficial foods that you can take in that are going to give you the most bang for your buck. So the first thing that we're going to get into is going to be avocados. Avocados are very healthy fruit. They're going to be one of your best sources of healthy fats. Okay, so they're healthy because they're filled with oleic acid. So this is a monosaturated fat which actually will help to break down some of the fat that you currently have by cranking up and boosting your metabolism. There's a lot of antioxidants and vitamins such as vitamin E, vitamin B that are contained within these avocados to help increase your overall content and make them a superfood. The other thing that we need to look at is what these antioxidants do when they're within your system. So the oxidative stress that is placed on your body every day, so that comes from the environment, it comes from the foods that we're eating, that breaks down a lot of the healthy cells and slows down the body and increases inflammation. Antioxidants help to battle that. Avocados are packed full of these, and that's what makes them a superfood. The healthy fat, as I mentioned before, is going to help to boost your metabolism and help you be able to maintain a healthy blood sugar the entire time. So a lot of vegetables in the raw state contain high amounts of carotenoid-based antioxidants. So these antioxidants are fat loving, so they need a healthy fat in order to be shuttled and used properly within the body, and avocados are perfect for that. Now, there are many different ways to try to enjoy avocados on a daily basis, but I found personally my favorite way to do that was to make a healthy guacamole with it. And the reason why is that this is something that you can use on many different foods. So you can put it on your eggs, you can spread it over chicken, you can dip some other vegetables into it, and this is something that you can make a little bit of a bigger batch of and then enjoy throughout the week as you're eating your meals and kind of spice them up a little bit more. So this is my favorite recipe that I've used several times. This is sort of my go-to when I need something to be used as a dip. You can dip carrots into it, you can dip celery and other vegetables, and gives you that nice cool sort of feeling with the added cucumber in that. So this is going to be packed with antioxidants, full of nutrients, and this is sort of my go-to and my favorite way of getting avocados in. You can also blend them in with the smoothie. Okay, next food we're going to get into is going to be coconuts. Coconuts, you guys have heard me talking about the benefits of coconut oil, coconut milk, so they're definitely considered to be a superfood. They contain medium chain fatty acids, and these are beneficial for many different areas within your body. One of them being the fact that they go directly to your liver where they immediately convert it into energy. So they're not stored as fat, so they will not accumulate as that excess fat like other sugars that are converted into fat. This is actually utilized by your body as energy right away. The other thing is coconut oil, which we've mentioned before, is very beneficial, and this is one of the reasons why coconuts are considered a big superfood. The saturated fat that's contained in the coconut oil has antiviral, antimicrobial properties. It helps to boost your metabolism, helps to fight off a lot of the pathogens, helps clear up your skin and make it a little bit healthier in that as well by stimulating proper cell formation. So there's loads of vitamin C, E, B1, B3, B5, B6, minerals such as iron, selenium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, These are all contained within a coconut. So it's good to eat the coconut oil, but also other components of the coconut. So things like the milk, the meat, which is the white part that's contained within the actual coconut when you break it open. And that way you're getting the full effects of the coconut. So coconut oils have been shown to increase the overall metabolism and energy expenditure by as much as 5%. So this could lead to quite a bit of increased weight loss over a long-term period. As I mentioned before, there's many different nutrients that are found within that, and all that grouped together is once again what makes it a superfood and allows, and again gives you the most bang for your buck. So my favorite way to include this superfood into your diet is through smoothies. So I use coconut milk and I use coconut oil within these smoothies, adding in a handful of mixed berries, half a banana, and a handful of spinach. Mix it all together, and you get a perfect antioxidant smoothie that also has that fat burning potential, that ability to break down a lot of the bacteria and fight off colds and kind of replenish the cells with the proper structure by adding in that healthy fat too. Okay, so next superfood we're going to move on to is going to be garlic. Garlic is a food that's been used for thousands and thousands of years because of its numerous medicinal properties. It's packed full of nutrients, antioxidants, vitamins, and it's something that has to be included in everybody's diet. So there's been tests that have been done, and they found that raw garlic can be even more powerful than things like penicillin in fighting off different colds and different bacteria. It is able to do that without destroying the important parts of the intestines, which many antibiotics will do. You want to make sure you include this as part of your diet on a regular basis in order to build up your immunity, to be able to fight off a lot of the things that you're basically fighting on a daily basis, and to build up or to reduce the inflammation in your body. So the medicinal uses for garlic have been used for thousands and thousands of years, and it's actually used quite often as an anti-cancer and antifungal food to help prevent a lot of the infections and to reduce things like tumor size as well. It's rich in phosphorus, potassium, zinc, selenium, polyphenols, and arginine. There's also it's a high source of vitamin B6 and vitamin C. It's very important to include this as part of your entire healthy eating diet. So my favorite way to incorporate this into my diet to make it easy is I actually make a nice tea with it. So using half a clove of garlic, 1 teaspoon of local honey, which also will help to stimulate your immune system, half a lemon to help detoxify the body, and a knuckle of ginger. Place everything in a pot and just let it boil for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then let it cool off a little bit and drink it at that point. So try it out. So next foods we're going to get into is going to be actually fermented food products. So this is again one of those foods that has been used for thousands and thousands of years in different forms. So many different cultures had a different way of fermenting their foods in order to add nutrients to the area or to build the immune fighting function. So the actual lactofermentation will destroy the sugar and it will turn it into a healthy bacteria. And this is full of B vitamins, omega-3 fatty acids, and basically is a natural probiotic that your body needs. This is a great way to incorporate a probiotic without requiring supplement use. So there have been numerous different ways in different cultures that have used different fermented foods in order to cure the body, or in order to cure a lot of illnesses, to stimulate natural immune function, in order to boost the antioxidant fighting ways of your body in order to shrink tumors, things like that. So it's considered a great superfood and something that should try to be incorporated into everybody's diet on a regular basis, something that we've gotten away from over the years, and there's definitely a movement in the natural food community to include as many of these fermented foods as we can. So we talked a lot about building proper balance in the intestines, and this is one of the best ways to stimulate healthy bacteria growth and to rebuild that healthy gut and repair a lot of the damage that's been caused over the years. Fermented foods will help to stimulate that and will help to fight off other diseases. So there is actually a potent detoxifier that's contained within the naturally fermented foods, and the probiotics that you will not get with a probiotic supplement. So by making this on your own, and by making something like a sauerkraut or a kombucha, you can try to actually make this as part of your everyday life without making it difficult. And I'll post a link to a recipe with the easiest way to make fermented vegetables. And you can do this at home quite easily without needing any real special equipment or anything like that. But it's definitely something that we want to include as you take your next step towards increasing your overall health. And we talked a lot about gut health and how important digestion is. So the next thing that we're going to address today is going to be bone broth. And this is the last superfood that I think everybody should be including on a regular basis. Again, this is something that was used for thousands and thousands of years, and we've sort of moved away from it in the last couple decades. So bone broth is loaded with a lot of like different minerals, nutrients, calcium, magnesium, glucosamine. This is the stuff that's required to rebuild healthy joints. So you'll notice right away that your joints start to feel a little bit better, your tendons, your ligaments, everything starts to strengthen. And this all comes from the different glucosamine products that are, or glucosamine molecules that are found within natural bone broth. And that all comes from boiling out the bone marrow, and getting all those nutrients that are within that to be released into the liquid so it's easily absorbed. It's one of the best ways to actually heal your gut. So gelatin, which is found in the actual bone broth, is the substance that helps to rebuild and plug up all those holes that have been accumulating and sort of been building within our gut due to poor food selection, environmental toxins, and this is the stuff that leads to food allergies and leaky gut syndrome and all that fun stuff. So by including this, you can actually rebuild that. The liver also takes quite a toll throughout your everyday eating habits, and the bone broth will actually help to stimulate the functioning of the liver by adding proline, arginine. Both are very anti-inflammatory. Glycine is another amino acid that will actually help to rebuild and stimulate proper detoxification of the liver and allow it to function the way that it needs to function. So it's been shown to help build healthy skin and nails. So by supplying the body with things like calcium, vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin K, and the increased gelatin in your diet will actually help to decrease the required need for protein. So you will actually need less protein in your diet once you start increasing your bone broth intake. So I'll post the recipe to a very easy way to make bone broth at home. So your challenge is to include these amazing superfoods in your diet and to take the next step to increase your overall health and vitality. So we've gone through the initial stages of how to help your immune system function properly. And this is going to be the next step to it, to make yourself healthier, to allow your body to heal and to be able to take in exactly what you need. Okay? We'll see you next time.